Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy, and today we're doing another Final Pour episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know it's good to see you, and yeah, you know what's going on. So let's go ahead and get it. Let's get it done. Today's Final Pour episode is going to be the Bunnahabhain Toiteach. Gaelic meaning smoky two. It's actually like duo, like two, but yeah, you know, charming with rich oak and pleasant warming peatness, which drifts towards a sweet Oloroso sherry influence, balanced with peppery notes, coming in at 46.3% alcohol by volume. Very nice. It is natural color and unchill filtered. Boy, this has been an experience for sure. So one last look at the back side. I don't have the box anymore. There you go. Imported by Tarlato Artisan Spirits, Lake Bluff, Illinois. Always exceptional. It's an Islay whiskey. It's an Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. Toiteach. I mean, it's right there. Toiteach. We won't get hung up on how to pronounce it because we're drinking it. Cork pop. that was really light and loose. I mean, you got that on the cork. We're gonna go ahead and get this done. Get it doneski. You know what? I think we can do a headstand. Oh, look at that. Just barely. Ta-da! Oh boy. So for all my new viewers just tuning in on this Final Pour episode, I do a 3-part series. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions. I'm sorry. Had a speech impediment. I had a voice speech therapist when I was younger. Sometimes, especially under, under the influence of libations, it may slur a little bit, but hey, we're still working on it. Always working on it. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, we share my first impressions with you because that's what we do. Part 2, full review time. We drink it down halfway, put the cork in it, put it back on the shelf, let it sit for a week and a half, let it off gas, let it open up, let it, figure out what it wants to be. It wants to be drank, that's for sure. We come back, I talk about it, because sometimes we find something to talk about. Sometimes we just talk. So I score it. Continue to drink it, because part 3, Final Pour episode, where we are today, I usually go up there, but now we're here. Final Pour, thusly named. We compare that Final Pour to the first pour off the rip, and everything in between. This one took a little bit longer than most other bottles, and it wasn't because it was very difficult to get into, difficult to appreciate, and difficult to love and drink. This one was quite the opposite in the fact that it is a damn good line. Bunnahabhain. I haven't had a bad Bunnahabhain, and there's only like 4, maybe 5. There's the original red, there's the blue, there's the gray. Then there's the Bunnahabhain 12, which is the red, but it's the cask strength. So you have the red, which is a 12, the red 12 cask strength, the blue, which is the Struda. It's the helmsman. It's the helmsman. This guy right here, the helmsman. Not necessarily always the captain, just the guy at the helm. And there's the gray one, the Toiteach. And I really believe there's one more that I'm missing. I know I've seen something different than the 2 reds, the blue, and the gray. I'm pretty sure Mickey will hit me up with that one because he's a Bunnahabhain freak. And I completely understand. This is an absolutely beautiful Scotch. It's one of the most interesting Islay Scotch because it's not heavily peated. This one is smoky. Didn't find it too enjoyable off the rip, but it did get better at the second third. And now at the bottom third, it's really relaxed. It's really easy. It went much faster. This is, whew, the nose on this is amazing. Yes, it was a bit abrasive off the rip. It was a bit abrasive, and that's okay. We find that's common in a lot of good Scotch and a lot of good whiskeys. This first third, kind of abrasive. Second third is where it's at. The second third is like a hit and miss. Sometimes it continues through to have good strength, good quality. It's amazing whiskey. Sometimes it completely falls apart, which tells you it really wasn't all that to begin with. But anyways, on the nose, I'm definitely getting some smoke for sure. Even though it says it's not peaty, I get a little brininess. Oh, it's a very complex nosing that's like no other. Let's go ahead and get on the palate. Ugh. Ugh, what is that? Where did that come from? Did that come out of the glass? What the heck? That's definitely not mine, because well, it might have come out of my beard. Because I was about to say, there ain't no hair on my head. It might have come out of the beard. But I just trimmed it not too long ago, so it's not that long as it used to be. Is that another one? What the heck? Well, this is a weird one. Oh boy. Anywho, moving on. Bunnahabhain. It's a very distinguished, delectable Scotch. It ain't cheap, but it ain't cheap, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, this one was a $90-something bottle out the door. I think normally this one was round about $100, but I think I got a break on it. We're still at the $100 price point ceiling, and I think that's fine. There's only a few bottles over $100 that I'm actually thinking about, and 9 out of 10 of those are Scotch. There is that Hibiki, which is roughly about $100 out the door, if I can find it at the right time. But normally on the shelf, it's roughly $90-something for that Hibiki 12 season, that Japanese whiskey. I still haven't gotten that yet. I think I might just pull the trigger on that and just get it done, because I've been looking at that since the beginning of the channel. If you don't know the Hibiki 12, it's the John Wick whiskey that you've probably seen in the films if you've watched it enough times. It's a little it's a 12-sided little bottle for the 12 seasons. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and get this second one on. The viscosity, it does transfer more to the mouth than you see in that glass. And even on the final pour, I am definitely getting some good viscosity. A good slice of oiliness coming across. It is, I would say it's probably more 75% that deeper, darker, rich, red, ripe fruit, with 25% light orchard fruit with a slice of honey and a little bit of spiciness. Also, remember, you've got that peaty brininess coming in as like a layer in it, like layered off on top. Now, this one is delectable, absolutely. It does come off a little heavy-handed off the rip for that first third of the bottle. It gets better in the second half. It really mellows out, and it's very, very easily drinkable on the final third of the bottle. Is it worth $100? I can't say that for you. For me, I don't care what it was, the amount. It's worth the experience. I experienced this. I actually like it. It's pretty good. But you ask me, Would I buy this again for another $100? No. There are plenty of other, like the Hibiki. That Hibiki is about $100. So instead of a second bottle of this, I'm going to go get the Hibiki, because that's my philosophy when it comes down, tumbling down this rabbit hole, is to always try something new. Because sticking yourself to one or two different type of whiskeys is going to leave you in the dark, as I'm concerned, as, you know, what's out there, what you might like better, what you might like not so much. Yes, we have plenty of misses and, you know, lesser hits, but we know what we like and we know what we don't like. And it's always neat and interesting and keeps it fresh to try something new. So let's go ahead and do this finish. Ooh, that's got some stank on it. It's not too intense, but it's like fiery, like peppery. Lights your mouth up like a Christmas tree. Lots, like I said, 75 to 80% on the dark end, with 20 to 25% on the light end. Sprinkle some spice and some salty brininess, and give a nice little sprinkle, like a top layer of like honey. Man, it's all over the palate. The tongue is barely left. It's barely hanging in there. I even got some on the roof of the mouth. That's very rare for me. Lots of cheeks. Lots and lots of cheeks. Got some gum action. Pretty decent gum action. And even the lips got a little bit of tingliness. And some tasty remnants. As far as the heat on the back end, I want to say it wants to push it to, but it's not gonna make it. This is an intense finish. It's not the most intense, but I think it's balanced. I mean, nothing here is like dominating anything else. It's all just sort of commingling. It's all doing its part, and it's producing a very nice finish. I have never been disappointed in the Bunnahabhain, and I don't think I ever will. I still have to try that 12-year cask strength, but I am always hesitant of any kind of whiskey that is cask strength. If you know, if you know, you know. We're talking about the Jack Daniel's Barrel Select Barrel Proof, 131 proof. I mean, I don't like anything particularly above 100 proof. And I don't think I've had a Scotch above 50%. And most of the 50% Scotch I've had don't hit like a 50% bourbon, like a 100 proof bourbon. But then again, bourbon is another creature, and it's a lesser creature as far as I'm concerned. Yes, every now and then you may get a banger of a bourbon bottle, but hey, we're not talking about that. We're finishing off the Bunnahabhain Toiteach. So there it is. You know, I'm not quite sure if I did that, but anyways, if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, go ahead and do so now while you're there. That way the content will come to you as soon as I release it. Don't have to search for it or wait for the algorithm to, you know, do its weird, wacky thing. But anywho, there it is. Like to know in the comment section, what do you think about Bunnahabhain Toiteach? And yeah, as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I don't know what to say, but it's a spectacularly dang good one.